I thought I would save the best until last, or at least the most popular until last. Today we're looking at Bbig and what we're seeing for this stock across the market. Ultimately, we're down here by almost 6%. The question is, what has happened? Why are we down today, and what's going to happen next for Bbig? Of course, guys, I am not a financial advisor, and I cannot tell you for sure what's going to happen, but I sure can provide my personal opinions and thoughts as time does go on. If you want to see it, make sure to, of course, leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't done so already. But do remember, like I said, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, and I do think Bbig is quite a risky stock, and I think it's also very important to inform you guys of that before we enter the video. Now that I have mentioned that, do subscribe, of course, like I said. And yeah, one more thing that I want to mention is actually we are running a fundraiser right now. It's for children, basically. It's for underprivileged children. All funds raised are going to charity Save the Children. Again, if you can donate anything, it would be really nice. We're looking to close this one on Christmas Eve, actually, and hopefully it will be a nice gift to the children and the most underprivileged in society. But now I've said that, we're going to jump into the video and look at Bbig. Again, guys, I am still quite ill, so please do bear with me if things sound different, but here we go, and we're going to start off on the simple charts. So what we're seeing here on the 1 day for Bbig, it does look bad initially when we look to figures, but one thing is really clear. Now from this point here in the morning, about 10:30, coming up to 22:11, we found lows in the day, and since then we have been actually moving up and consolidating really nicely. So if we look to this point here at about 11 o'clock, you'll see the price was on 7.77, and since then we've been consolidating very, very well. You'll see that coming up now we're on 7.85, so we have moved up by about 10 cents from there. But obviously, for the majority of today, I think it's been a relatively okay consolidation day. Now, when you zoom out to the past 5 days, you know, we have seen one of the worst scenarios that I was looking for, but I still do not think it is too bad. I'm still relatively happy with where we are, and let me explain why. And for this, I'm going to just quickly take us out to the 1 month chart and just acknowledge what we are seeing, because when we come out here, you'll see that the price of this stock has been dropping for the majority of the month. We hit lows down here, which were at $5. Just a couple days ago, and in the past 7 or so days, we've had this big run up, taking us to highs well above $8, touching almost $9. And I know people see a day like today, they get a little bit scared, and rightly so. You know, it's down by 6%, it is quite painful, but I think from just a technical analysis standpoint, which is of course where we're coming at it from tonight, it's not too bad. Look at the wider perspective. We're up big, we're giving back a little bit of that profit. But I think it is somewhat understandable, because think about it, people are going to be up big, people are going to be taking profits, and I think the fact that we have seen consolidation towards the end of the day does make me feel a little bit more comfortable and happy with where we are, and I think it does still put us in a relatively good position going forward. So ultimately, looking at this one on the simple chart, I think the conclusion that we can make is that we've had a massive push up, fair enough, and now we're finding a level where we have seen a bit of a drop down, people taking profits and that sort of thing that you would expect after a big push up. Bear in mind, guys, a bit of healthy profit taking and a little bit of a healthy pushback isn't a bad thing, as long as we do continue to consolidate in our new level. And we have so far appeared to consolidate in this new level for us, which appears to be down here roughly in the 780s or thereabouts. So I'm still fairly okay feeling about what we have seen. I think we're still in a good place. Now let's have a look at the technical indicators. You guys know the score. It's a 1 day, 5 day and 1 month, and then I'll share a few more of my thoughts at the very end. So the 1 day indicators are showing us a moving average of what appears to be 787. So it's just a tiny bit higher than where we are right now. Again, the reason why is because it is a bit of a lagging indicator. We're definitely coming close to crossing over that one. We've got about 8 minutes to go, so what happens in that time, I'm not sure. But really, it's fairly okay, and it's where we want it to be, relatively speaking. The RSI for today is at 48, so bear in mind 50 is neutral, so 48 is really perfect. It's only 2 points away from neutral, so I'm not worried about that at all. We're seeing the trend on the MACD actually become bearish as we have had this drop, but it is swiftly becoming bullish again. And as I always say, guys, that is obviously the 1 day data. It's not necessarily the most inclusive in my opinion. What I like to look at is the 1 month data, but we'll also have a look at the 5 month as well, which is looking pretty good. We're seeing everything that we want to see because we are sat on that moving average for the 5 day. That is good. It shows us that we have had some time to consolidate in my eyes, so I am happy with that. Come down here to the RSI, you'll see we're sat on 49, so 50 is neutral, guys. Like I said, 49 is really good too. We're only 1 point away from that right now, which is ideal. And if you come down to the trend on the MACD, yeah, we are below the bar. We do appear to be negative at the moment, but it's really not too bad. I'm still fairly okay with where we are on that. I don't think it is too big of a deal. Now, the 1 month data, like I said, is what I like to look at. I do find it to be more inclusive, and a few things are clear from this. So the volume for today was pretty bad, especially in comparison to what we've had in the past 3 or 4 days. Now, obviously, as you'd expect on these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 big push-up days, we had insanely high volume. Get a volume figure for that if we can. I will show you that the highest volume that we had back here was all the way up at a number of 139 million, and even on this day here prior to that, it was down at 59 million. So today's volume at 36.1 million is relatively low, and I think that also kind of equates to why we haven't seen too big of a push in BBIG today. I think it's not the worst thing in the world, but I think, yeah, that does kind of, you know, make some sense of it if we want to look at why this may have happened. Now, on top of that, we are seeing an RSI in this time of 59. It's a little bit high, and I still want this one to cool off a bit, but we're not too bad on it. We are definitely coming down. You'll see now it's dropping to 58, so it is coming back down into a more reasonable level, but it's not really too bad at all. I just want to see it drop a little bit more, and one thing that we're still seeing is a bullish trend out here on the MACD, but as you'd expect, today was a red candle on that. Are we going to continue to drop on the MACD? I am not sure. But again, it all does depend on tomorrow and going forwards into the next few days. So what is going to happen next? Well, like I said at the beginning, I am not a professional, I am not a financial advisor, and nobody can tell you for sure what's going to happen with this stock, but I have two scenarios. Now, you guys sometimes do criticize me in the comment section for giving you a bullish and a bearish scenario, and that's completely fine, but the whole intention of that is to give you where I think it could go in either way. I want you guys to not take my opinion as fact. I want you to look at both sides of the coin and obviously make your own opinions on that, and that is why I like to give you, you know, a bullish and a bearish scenario. So the bullish scenario going forwards into tomorrow is that we continue to find a support in the 770s all the way up to the 790s, somewhere in that range, as we have done for the latter part today. We continue to do that, and then we start to bounce off that and go higher. That's what we're looking for in a bullish scenario, because it would mean that we have had that time to cool off, we've had that time for our indicators to reset, and we've also had that time for people to kind of take profits along the way, as they inevitably will be, especially when the stock comes up to $8, $9, $10, because bear in mind, a lot of people bought in back this time, and right now they're seeing their stock come back into the money. They're seeing their stock losses being down by only a small amount. So I did talk about this on our Sunday video. I said some red days are going to be inevitable on the road to $8, $9, $10 potentially, because people are going to want to take those profits as we do go on. And that does appear to be no exception to what we have seen today. So, you know, that's a bullish scenario, a bit more consolidation and a bit more of a run upwards. And of course, a more bearish scenario would be the unfortunate instance that we do start to lose interest again, and BBIG starts to see this trickle down, slow decline in price. So ultimately, guys, you will know which one I am looking to see. You will know which one I want to see the most. I am fairly bullish on BBIG, and again, I do try and make my opinions based on the numbers as much as possible. So if the numbers change, if the numbers become more bearish, my opinions will. If the numbers continue to become more bullish, so again will my opinions. But make sure to join us in the future for more videos, because we will be talking about BBIG going forwards a lot more. Thank you for watching this one though. I'll see you all again very, very soon, guys. Goodbye. Thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that, guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.